My beloved child, this is an urgent call on a vital matter, and I need you to listen immediately. Do you know that you are living between two worlds, the physical world, which you can see and touch, and the spiritual world, where events are taking place that are hidden but profoundly real? These two realms are not distinct, but intricately entwined, like an underground river that flows beneath the surface, invisible to the naked eye but ever present and constantly moving. I want you to understand that the words I am about to speak are not just words. They are the lifeline that connects you to the true life I want you to embrace. My offspring, what occurs in the spiritual world affects your everyday life directly. The choices you make, the feelings you feel, and even the difficulties and hardships you encounter are all impacted by the conflict occurring in the invisible world. Think of your work as an example. Before me, a man was righteous. His life, with all its blessings and hardships, was not just the product of what was visible to the naked eye. A fierce battle was fought in the spiritual world, where the enemy tried to test his loyalty. Job was not aware of this, but his faith and strength showed my glory and won the battle in the invisible world. My darling, you too have a life that is more meaningful than meets the eye. The struggles and hardships you go through have an effect that extends beyond this moment and into eternity. Keep in mind that the material world is only a small portion of the bigger picture. Praying opens a channel for my ability to influence the physical world and alter events. So it's not just a matter of whispering words into the air. You are affecting invisible spiritual conflicts that determine your freedom, serenity, and blessings in life when you walk in faith. Be vigilant, my precious child, and don't let your eyes wander. Heal wounds and bring wins you can't attain on your own. Don't worry about what is actually occurring in the invisible domain. Just concentrate on what is visible. Each prayer, each choice to follow me. Every act of love and sacrifice carries a power that extends far beyond. What you can perceive, listen deeply, and open your heart wide, for what I am about to share holds more significance than you can imagine in every moment of your life. My angels are tirelessly at work, organizing supernatural forces to protect you, clear the way for you, and bring about the good plans. I have prepared for you. These works may be beyond your sight, but they are real, ceaselessly operating for your benefit. Yet, you must understand this, while I am at work. Your enemy is not idle. The enemy, with its cunning, seeks to interfere with my good plans for your life. It sows seeds of doubt, fear, and confusion to disorient you. The enemy cannot defeat me, but it will do everything in its power to draw you away from the peace and blessings I have for you. Recall the story of Daniel, who prayed and fasted for 21 days. His prayer was heard from the very first day, and I sent an angel with the answer. However, on the way, the angel had to battle dark forces to deliver the response Daniel awaited. My child, this is not just a story from the past. It is a reality that continues even now in the spiritual realm. A battle is being fought over your destiny. Stay vigilant, stay faithful, and keep your heart open to me, for I am with you, always guiding, protecting, and fighting for you in ways both seen and unseen. My beloved child, be vigilant and do not let your heart grow weary. When you see things seemingly delayed or becoming more difficult, do not think that I am inactive. In truth, my angels are fighting for you, and I am orchestrating everything to serve your good. But you must stand firm in faith, allowing neither doubt nor fear to shake your heart. Know this: even when the enemy attempts to act against you, it can never overcome me, for my power surpasses all. Yet you must remember that your faith plays a crucial role. It is a mighty weapon you can wield against every scheme of the enemy. There are things beyond your sight, but that does not make them any less real. Even though you cannot see the spiritual realm with your physical eyes, I want you to know that it exists as vividly as an underground stream. Though unseen, it flows constantly, aiming life and nourishing everything around you at this moment. The spiritual realm is at work, powerfully and wonderfully, and its impact will soon touch your life, bringing changes you can perceive. Do you sense the movement in the air? Something great is coming, a moment of transformation, and renewal awaits you. This is not a time to hesitate or remain comfortable where you are. It is the time to rise, to let your heart be strengthened in faith and in the truth of my word. I'm calling you now more urgently than ever to step out of fear and hesitation. Feel this urgency, a call from my very heart. What is coming will not wait for indecision, for this is a moment of action, of courage, and of wholehearted obedience. In the next hour, my child, you will witness a remarkable transformation. Before you know it, doors that you thought were locked shut will swing wide open, and chains that you thought were indestructible will collapse under my might. Deliverance light, piercing the darkness, and works that only I can do. But these blessings are not for hearts that waver, nor for those who falter or doubt. Reflect on the story of Israel. As they stood before the Red Sea, they were afraid and thought there was no way out. But Moses, with unwavering faith in me, raised his staff, and the sea parted, opening a path to freedom. You too, my beloved, are being called to walk in faith. Stand firm, for the path I am opening before you leads to freedom and a future full of hope. But to receive these blessings, you must prepare your heart. Make your heart upright before me. Abandon anything that distracts you, and choose to place your full trust in me. Let go of doubt, fear, and the things that bind you to this world. You must be willing for me to work in you, ready to step into the new things I am preparing for you. My beloved child, in this moment, I need your undivided attention. Pause, let go of the distractions that are invading your mind, and silence the noise of the world. I am whispering to you, and I need you to listen, not just with your ears, but with your very soul. My child, I speak to you in many ways. Sometimes it is through the words written in Scripture, words filled with power and life, ready to illuminate your path. Sometimes I remind you through gentle nudges in your spirit, a subtle yet undeniable feeling that you know could not come from yourself. And there are times when I act through events. Observe events taking on around you as a reminder that I am constantly there and working for your benefit. Do not ignore these indications. Remember that the spiritual and physical realms are inextricably linked, like the roots of a tree hidden beneath the earth but feeding the branches that stretch high above. When you pay attention, quiet your heart, and look deeper, you will see my hand at work and realize that what happens in the spiritual realm profoundly shapes your reality. My child, don't let the busyness or worries of everyday life cause you to miss my voice. Every sign I send is not random. Rather, it is an invitation for you to step into my guidance. Consider Elijah standing on Mount Horeb, searching for me despite the strong wind, earthquake, and fire, but finding me in none of those. Similarly with you, my dear child, do not seek me out in the commotion or the spectacular displays. Instead, remain calm and quiet your thoughts so that you can hear my voice, gentle yet powerful, guiding you on the path I have prepared for you at this crucial moment. Don't let the sounds of the world to divert your attention by chasing worries. Step out of the chaos and turn your heart to me. Open your spiritual eyes, and you will see my presence. Recognize the signs I have placed along your journey. Trust that whether in the visible or invisible, I am always working for your good. What I do is not by chance. It is part of the perfect loving plan I have for you. Listen, trust, and you will witness my power manifesting in your life in a radiant and undeniable way. Time is short. Every moment that passes is more precious than you can imagine, and the decisions you make now affect not just the present, but will echo into eternity. This is not a time for hesitation or delay. This is the time for you to choose, for your heart to confront the question: will you fully trust me, or will you let doubt hold you back? Will you walk in faith, both boldly facing the unknown, or will you retreat in fear? Remember this: you were not created to live in fear. I did not give you a spirit of weakness or anxiety, but a spirit of power, unwavering love, and superior wisdom. What I have placed within you is not meant for you to bow before challenges, but for you to stand firm, to live boldly in the truth that I always go before you and protect you. Look at the story of Joshua when he was called to lead the Israelites into the Promised Land. He faced seemingly insurmountable obstacles, from the rushing waters of the Jordan River to the fortified walls of Jericho. Yet, I said to him, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or dismayed, for I, the Lord your God, will be with you. Wherever you go, so too." My beloved, I am calling you to walk forward with courage and trust the winds of change will blow through your life, bringing both challenges and opportunities, but let the truth of my word become the anchor that keeps you steady, even when everything around you seems to waver. Believe that I will never let you walk alone. When you choose faith over doubt, when you place your complete trust in me, I will demonstrate my power through you, far beyond what you can imagine. My child, this fleeting time is not something to fear, but an opportunity to live fully in alignments, and my power is protecting you. Walk forward without hesitation, without fear. For as you trust in me, you will see my faithfulness displayed in every circumstance, and you will step into blessings far beyond your expectations. Allow these words to linger in your heart because they convey an important fact that you should consider. Every action that occurs in the spiritual realm has a profound impact on the physical world you experience. Think of it as an invisible wind that moves through a forest, stirring every leaf, even though your eyes cannot see its source. This means that nothing you go through is random or meaningless. Every emotion, challenge, and opportunity has a significance that is far greater than what your eyes can perceive. When you realize this connection, you will realize that the spiritual realm is not a distant abstraction, but rather an essential part of the narrative. I'm writing for your life, and you might soon start to experience a growing sense of uneasiness and a hazy worry. Do not discount an emotion that defies reason, my child. This uneasiness is neither sporadic nor transient. It is a signal or warning that something is occurring in the spiritual world and that the enemy is trying to take advantage of it to affect your life. By manipulating the unseen realm, the devil tries to control your circumstances, thoughts, and emotions, making you forget the protection and power I have placed within you. Pay attention, my love, when you feel uneasy. I am the source of peace and certainty. Seek my words, and you will find light to dispel any darkness the enemy tries to cast over you. The devil is a crafty deceiver because it knows that if it can cause confusion in your soul or rob you of peace, it will shake the material reality around you. Remember that you are not just a survivor, but a victor. Consider the story of Job, a righteous man before me. The enemy attacked him in every way, causing him to suffer and lose things. But in the end, Job was not destroyed because his heart remained steadfast in me. Job was unable to see the spiritual battle going on around him, but his faith brought him victory. Likewise, you do not fight alone, my child. I have given you the strength to repel every attack of the enemy. Keep in mind that the uneasiness you experience is not the end. Rather, it is a call for you to grow in faith and not allow confusion. The enemy has no power beyond what you allow it to have. It cannot touch you unless you allow it to. However, be aware that the enemy does not come with a roar or obvious destruction. Instead, it works subtly, planting seeds of fear, doubt, and despair in your mind, bit by bit. The enemy will whisper lies to make you feel weak, helpless, that your prayers are forgotten, and that your faith is worthless. It wants you to feel alone, abandoned, and to doubt that I hear your cries. But keep in mind that all of those words are just illusions. They are the schemes of a deceiver intended to divert you from the truth and the power I have placed within you. No force on this planet can defeat the power and spirit that live within you. When the enemy tries to instill fear, remember that I am the source of unending hope, Let my word be your weapon, let your faith be your shield, and let my presence be your unshakable presence. The enemy may try to instill fear, but I have given you a spirit of power, love, and self-discipline. Be alert and aware of the schemes of the enemy. Take refuge. Look at Paul's life. Despite storms, persecution, and chains, he remained steadfast because he knew that my power within him was greater than any situation. Likewise, I have given you everything you need to overcome, not by your own strength, but by the strength that comes from me. My child, do not allow lies to hold you back or doubts to stop you from praying. Declare the truth. You are not weak, alone, or abandoned. Rather, you are chosen, cherished, and prepared by me to withstand any onslaught from the enemy. You may be wondering why I am telling you this at this precise moment. This is a crucial moment, and the time you are living in is not random. Rather, it is a part of the grand plan I have ordained. At the same time, you must understand that the enemy is aware of this as well. He knows his time is limited, and his desperation has made him more aggressive than ever. He is attempting to thwart the plans I have prepared for you, plans full of blessings, freedom, and eternal purpose. He cannot do this with true power because he cannot defeat me, but he will use cunning and subtly misleading tactics to divert your attention, cause you to doubt, and lead my child. You are misguided. Pay attention to what is going on inside of you. You may experience a storm. I want you to know that this is not normal. Rather, it is the enemy's tactic to divert your attention from the truth and make you forget who I made you to be. He tries to make you doubt my promises. It may be a heaviness, a vague anxiety, or thoughts of doubt about the future, your worth, or even my love for you. Remember, my love, that these emotions do not define you. They are not the truth. The truth is found in my word, which states that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, unconditionally loved, and called to live a life full of meaning and glory. Paul's statement, "We are hard-pressed on every side but not crushed, perplexed but not in despair, persecuted but not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed," second, reflects this. Corinthians 48:9 applies to you as well, my child. The emotional storms you are going through are a sign that you are on the front lines, and like Paul, you are not fighting alone. So stand firm when you feel attacked, seek refuge in my presence, and when you are confused, find clarity in my word. Remember that I am not only your protector, but also the one who guides you through every battle. Have courage, put your trust in me, and walk in the light of the truth. I will never abandon you, so you must remain vigilant and mindful, because I want you to understand a crucial truth. If you are not vigilant, these negative thoughts will serve as a springboard for the enemy to advance deeper and claim territory that is rightfully mine. Your mind is not merely a place to store thoughts. It is a battlefield where decisive battles are fought. Do not allow the enemy to gain influence over you. Your mind serves as a gateway between the spiritual and material worlds. Anything you let into it will quickly affect how you live, how you feel, and even the choices you make. For this reason, you should guard that gateway wisely and prevent the enemy's lies from taking root in your mind. Instead, fill it with my word, a solid foundation, a guiding light, and an unwavering truth. My child, I want you to know that my word is not just words on a page, but a powerful weapon I have placed in your hands. My word is sharper than any double-edged sword, able to pierce through every veil of deception the enemy tries to create. Proclaim my word boldly. When you feel, remember that I have declared, do not fear, for I am with you. When you feel weak, declare in me you can do all things. When everything around you seems to rise against you, stand firm in the truth that, if God is for you, who can be against you? Remember, my power does not depend on your circumstances, but on my presence in your life. When you choose to focus on my word instead of the noise of the world, you are choosing victory, When you both boldly proclaim my truth, you push back the enemy and reclaim the territory he seeks to take. Guard your mind like a watchman protects a fortress. Do not let any thought contrary to my truth enter, and dwell there. Let my word be your guiding light, your protective weapon, and your strength in every step. You take the unease you feel as a wake-up call, a profound signal from your spirit. It is how you respond to movements in the spiritual realm, where a battle is unfolding, a battle that directly impacts your life. Do not ignore this feeling. Do not dismiss it as a fleeting sense of instability or a vague emotional state. It is my call for you to be ready, listen, and act. My child, this is not a time for retreat or hesitation. This is the time to rise stronger than ever. Put on the full armor of God. For the battle is not against flesh and blood, but against unseen powers, the forces of darkness seeking to destroy. You are called not to fear, but to fight with courage and steadfast faith. Wear truth because it will free you from all of the enemy's lies. Let my righteousness protect your heart so that temptations and feelings of inadequacy won't lead you astray. Your faith is your strongest shield. It will extinguish every flaming arrow the enemy hurls at you. Walk with me in faith, for this is the only path that leads to true victory. The enemy will relentlessly try to shake you, but you must know that my power within you is greater than any of his schemes. You must rise and stand firm against him, and when you do, he will have no choice but to flee. Stand firm in the truth I have given you, and do not let his subtle lies obscure the light I have placed in your heart. There will be times when the reality around you feels overwhelming, moments when everything seems to be against you. It might be challenges that feel like they're burying you, strained relationships that exhaust you, or circumstances where you see no way out. In those moments, the enemy will try to sow despair in your mind, making you feel like everything is hopeless. But my child, remember this. What you see is only temporary. Everything has its limits, while what I have prepared for you is eternal, surpassing any hardship you are facing. Lift up your eyes. My child, do not fix your gaze on what is visible, on limitations, obstacles, or difficulties. Instead, turn your focus to the unseen realm, where I am at work. That is where my promises are fulfilled, where my power is in motion, and where your hope is anchored. Reflect on Abraham, who walked by faith when nothing in the physical reality confirmed my promise would come to pass. He looked beyond what his eyes could see, an aged body and a seemingly impossible promise, and placed his full trust in me. So must you. My child, do not let the reality surrounding you choke your faith. Trust in me, for my promises are always fulfilled at the perfect time. You must remember, the visible reality you face is only a small fragment of the grand masterpiece I am painting. The challenges you encounter today are not the end, but rather stepping stones toward the perfection I have prepared for you. Open the eyes of your spirit to see beyond the present moment, to see that I am tirelessly at work, orchestrating everything for your good. Beloved, do not let circumstances discourage you. Remember that as you walk by faith, you are not merely overcoming challenges, you are moving closer to the beautiful things I have destined for you. Hold fast to your faith, for I go before you, walk with you every step of the way, and I will never let you walk alone. Lift your eyes, stand firm, and let your heart overflow with hope, for what I am doing for you is eternal and far beyond what you can imagine. I'm preparing a banquet for your enemies, not to show off my strength, but to show my love and might on your behalf. These blessings are not just rewards. They are answers to prayers you've cried out for. They are healing for the wounds you've carried in your heart. They will put the pieces back together that you thought were broken. Listen to me, because I long to tell you about the great blessings that await you. Beyond repair, complete what is unfinished and multiply what you believed had run dry. You will see that nothing is too great or too small for my power and love. But my child, remember this: with great blessings come great responsibilities. What I give you is not solely for your satisfaction, but so you can be a faithful steward, using them with wisdom and integrity. Your blessings are not just for you. They are tools to display my glory, to bring benefit to those around you, and to expand my kingdom on this earth. Look back at the story of Joseph. I raised him from the prison to become the manager of an entire kingdom, but with the power and blessings I gave him, he did not keep them for himself. Joseph used what I entrusted to him to save a nation, fulfill my plans, and bless his family even though they had once hurt him. You too. My beloved, the blessings I am preparing for you are not just for you. They are so you can become a light and a source of hope to those around you. Seek wisdom for you. Will need my guidance to manage what you have received with integrity and fullness. Do not let your heart be influenced by wealth or power, but never forget that everything you own is a gift from me, and that its purpose is much bigger than yourself. When you put me at the center of everything, the blessings you receive will not only nourish your life, but also flow to those in need. My child, prepare your heart. The blessings I'm about to bestow will bring joy to everyone you touch. Use them to manifest my love and mercy, so you can become a living example of my faithfulness and power. Do not only pray for yourself. It is a powerful tool to change the world. Open your heart and focus your prayers on people who are in great need of me. There are broken hearts and lives among people whose lives are on the precipice of darkness. When you pray for others, you are not just sending whispers. You are calling upon my power to act. You are opening the door. I am bound by grief and despair, waiting for heavenly intervention that your intercession can bring. Let my angels stand between heaven and earth, breaking chains, bringing healing and restoring lives. You may not see the whole picture, but I want you to know that every prayer you offer, no matter how small or weak you think it is, has the power to shake the spiritual realm. Abraham, for example, stood before me and prayed for the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, despite knowing that they were full of sin. Likewise, my darling, pray not only for what you see, but also for what you do not know. There are souls you have never met, but your prayers can change their destiny forever. When you bow your head and offer your prayers, you are not just uttering beautiful words. You are calling forth a spiritual revolution, declaring that my power is sufficient to change circumstances, transform hearts, and accomplish the impossible. Pray constantly, and don't give up if you don't see results right away. Your prayers never go unanswered. They are kept before my throne, and when the time is right, they will bear fruit. Trust that every prayer is a seed, and those seeds will sprout in my timing, my beloved child. Open your heart to those around you, and intercede for them as though you were standing on the battlefield, protecting them with the faith and mercy I have placed within you. The greatest miracles don't always come from grand actions, but rather from humble prayers offered with sincerity and trust. As you do this, you will see not only the lives of others changed, but also your own heart filled with light, peace, and joy that only I can provide. Father, you are merciful. Heaven and earth are connected, and miracles are always waiting to happen. In order for them to return to the life and light of your presence, I pray that you give them the courage to walk on the path of life, the faith to overcome their fears, and the strength to face their pain. Please break the chains of sin and the shadows that encase their souls so they can find freedom and restoration in your love, Father. I lift to you the soul standing at the threshold between light and darkness. They are lost, vacillating between despair and hope, caught in the fires of trials and the call of your love. Additionally, I beg you to pardon them and show them kindness, so that no matter how far they have wandered, they may feel your ever-open arms, welcoming them home. I pray that the saints and angels will join me in protecting and guiding these souls, so they won't feel alone throughout their difficult times. I believe that no soul is beyond your rescuing love, and I have faith in your ability to change everything. Father almighty and forgiving. In this world of trials where darkness and the enemy are ever present, I kneel before you and offer up all of my weakness and fear. Please be my shield, shielding me from all harm and snares, Father. Protect me from the enemy's schemes, both visible and invisible. Shelter me under your wings so that no force can harm me. Father, please open my eyes to see the truths of your will and give me the discernment to know the difference between good and evil, light and darkness, so that I won't be misled by lies. Cover me with your light and presence so that darkness cannot touch my spirit. Father, enlighten my intellect so that I can comprehend your will and follow the straight and narrow path. Strengthen my faith when I'm weak, give me courage when I'm terrified, make me strong when I doubt, and tell me that you are always my hope, my fortress, and my strength. In every struggle, Father, please remind me that no enemy is stronger than you. Help me to look up to heaven and put all of my trust in you. Teach me to walk with unwavering faith, pray with unwavering hope, and act under the direction of the Holy Spirit. In the name of Jesus Christ, our Redeemer, I beg that you take care of everything, keep me at peace, and enable me to live in your light and truth at all times. Amen.